Good afternoon, classmates, classmates, Professor Johnson, whoever this video may come across on YouTube. My name is Michael Faustin, and today I am going over my end of the year select country video analysis on Morocco and its neighboring countries, Jordan and Saudi Arabia. For starters, some basic facts or some basic facts or some welcoming facts on Morocco. For one, the king or state of head of Morocco is Mohammed VI. The capital of Morocco is Rabat. The language that is spoken in Morocco is Arabic, which is mostly spoken by Sunni Muslims and things of that nature. And the government type in Morocco is a parliamentary constitutional monarchy. So basically, if for those who don't know what that is, a parliamentary constitutional monarchy is you have a king, like the head of the head. Everyone votes on who they think the king should be, and then he gives specific rules and regulations that everyone must follow. So compare it to more of a country like the United States, right? We have a president, but we don't have a king. So we don't have to report every 5 seconds to Joe Biden, or we don't have to abide by. We have laws and laws and regulations, but we don't have rules that things that we can and can't do, and they get very extreme if you violate those rules. Excuse me. For example, if you were their rules are a little bit more extreme for the fact of, say you steal, right? In America, if you steal, you go to jail. You steal in Morocco, your hand gone, just real. So that in a monarchy, it's hereditary. A hereditary prime minister is appointed by the monarchy from the majority following legislative branch. So basically, the legislative branch kind of votes the monarch in. It's just how they do things. Next part of key four bullets I want to go over in the living standards of Morocco and its neighboring countries was the GDP per capita, the GDP growth, the unemployment rate, and the inflation rate. Four simple things, excuse me. So for those who don't know what GDP per capita is, you have, let me show you my graph here. Your GDP per capita is more like a household income. How much money is the house bringing in? How much money are we touching? So for starters, we have our population size for Morocco, which is approximately 37 million. This is gonna make sense in a little bit. Just stay with me. 37 million is a medium population size. No, nothing too crazy. Its GDP per capita is I did for the last 3 years. In 2021, it was $8,100. 2022, it was $7,500. And for 2019, it was $8,200. Compared to its neighboring states, in 2021 for Jordan, it was $9,200. $9,200. And then in 2020, it was $9,200. And in 2019, it was $9,600, which is very fair, a little bit above ours, but not far off. These are still middle income households we're talking here. Now, compared to Saudi Arabia, on the other hand, they had 44,300. 42,900 and 45,000 to begin with. Those are different kind of numbers. Those are way different kind of numbers. However, they're at the top, but we're far, but we're not far. We're in the middle. We're sitting ducks. Next thing I wanted to talk about was the GDP growth. So the GDP growth in Morocco was, I did for the past 3 years again. In 2022, it was 1.26. And in 2021, it was 8.2. And in 2020, it was negative 7.18. which is fairly slow growth. And for the other two, I have another graph. On the other side. In Jordan, it was 2.43 in 2022. In 2021, it was 3.66. And in 2020, it was negative 1.1, which is also slow growth. And also in Saudi Arabia, it was 8.68%. 2021 was 4.33%, and 2020 was negative 4.34%, which is also slow growth. So nobody really wins out in that category. However, the GDP is slowly growing. Is what it is. Last two things I wanted to talk about when comparing the other two to one another are the inflation rate and the unemployment rate. Now, inflation rate. Are you getting a bang for your buck? Yeah, I'm working to make this money, but am I going to be spending it all because the prices are so high for things? Is that what I really want? Is that what I want for myself? So right here, I have my inflation rate graph. Boom, shakalaka. So in Morocco, I did for the past 3 years, once again, in 2022, 2021, and 2020. In Morocco, the inflation rate was 6.66, which is not bad. It's a little up, but it's not that bad. In Jordan, it was, in 2022, it was 2.47%. In 2021, it was 3.6%. And in 2020, it was 3.4%, which stays like in the middle. It's not bad. It's not crazy bad, but it stays in the middle. In Saudi Arabia, you had a whopping 4.23% in 2022. In 2021, you had 1.35%. And in 2020, you had 0.33%. Now, outside of the year of 2022, where we had 6.6% in inflation rate, we actually beat out our other two competitors at 1.4% in 2021 and 0.71 in 2020. Not bad. So you are getting a bang for your buck. You are getting a bang for your buck. You most definitely, you're not blowing your pockets. You're not blowing your check as soon as you get it. You're going to have a little bit more to spend. You know, everybody wants a little more to spend. So now next we have our unemployment rate. Yes, if you move out to these places, Morocco, Jordan, or Saudi Arabia, will you be able to get a job? Be able to work? So once again, I have another graph for unemployment rate. And for the last 3 years, 2022, 2021, and 2020, in Morocco, the unemployment rate was 9.99. In 2021, it was 11.22. And in 2020, it was 11.73. In Jordan, year 2022, it was 19.99. And 2021, it was 19.84. In 2020, it was 19.21, which is terrible. You're not getting paid. You're not getting hired. You're out there just freeloading. And in Saudi Arabia, unfortunately,